We've done a lot of preparatory work in this chapter, extending the clock-based simulation we created in Chapter 3 to add new customers as the simulation runs. Those customers' arrival times were calculated using the Poisson distribution, and their time at each station calculated using the normal distribution. In this movie, I will show you how to run your simulation and correct an aspect of station timing that I overlooked at first. My sample file is Chapter 0405. You can find it in the Chapter 4 folder of your exercise files collection. We have already established all of the parameters for our simulation here on the Sim Setup worksheet, and then we'll be writing our results to the results worksheet. And you see here in columns G and H that I have time in system and percentage idle. Those are calculations or formulas that I've already entered, and we'll be writing the values from customer properties into columns A through F, and the calculations in G and H will update. With all that in mind, I'll press Alt F11 to move to the Visual Basic Editor, and I will click inside of the Update on Tick subroutine and press F5. The simulation runs, so I'll press Alt F11 to move back to the workbook, and there we see what looks like a successful simulation. We have customers who move through the system. Sometimes they're idle, sometimes they're not, but regardless, they all move through. That is, until we scroll down a bit and we get to customer number 42. Customer number 42 never ends up leaving station number 2. And the question is why that would happen. When I saw this error, it took me a while to figure out what was going on, but if I switch back to the Sim Setup worksheet, then I get a hint. Station 2 has a mean processing time of 10 and a standard deviation of 3. That means on rare occasions, we could get a value of 0 or even a negative value based on a mean of 10 and a standard deviation of 3. And that's probably what happened. Customer 42 tried to stay at the station for no time or negative time, which means that the way we're checking for time for when they leave meant that they were not able to advance within the system. To fix that error, we need to make sure that each customer stays at least one tick in each station. So I'll press Alt F11 and I'll press Control F and I will find in the Find When box objc.end time, and I'll click Find Next. There I see, yep, that is my calculation for the amount of time that the customer stays in the station. So I'll click Cancel, and then I will add a commented line of code to document what I'm doing, and then to make sure that the value is at least 1 greater than the current time on the ticker. So I'll type a single quote, make sure the customer spends at least 1 tick in a station, and enter. We'll use a single line if then. So if objc.end time is less than or equal to the current value of the ticker, so L ticker, then objc.end time equals the current value of L ticker, so L ticker plus 1. So that should take care of our problem. I won't go back to the results worksheet to delete the values there, so there might be some extra values left over. But I'll press F5, the code runs, and I'll press Alt F11, and here we are in the results worksheet, and if I scroll down, it looks like the problem has been taken care of, and that customer 42 moved along exactly as it should have. And if I scroll down, I see that the last customer is customer 146. They didn't make it out, neither did customer 145, but every customer down through 144 did. So it looks like our simulation ran successfully.